All right, guys. So welcome back to Walker Nation, and this is going to be my first YouTube Q&A that I got questions from when I did my Q&A on Sunday that I posted. I picked the 6 top best questions I thought that were interesting, and 6 of the best questions I would like to talk about. So question 1 was, what gets you down? You're a high motivation guy. What keeps you up? What gets me down? I wouldn't say anything in particular gets me down. You know, I have my good days and my bad days during prep, if that's what you're referring to, just like anyone else. But I wouldn't say there's, you know, an exact thing that keeps me down, per se. The things that keep me up is just, like I always said before, you know, I always believe in myself. I always believe in what I'm capable of. I know, you know, not every day is going to be as perfect as possible, but, you know, if I'm able to control every variable that I'm able to control, you know, then I'm good. You know, like I said, I know how my work ethic is. I know what I'm capable of. And knowing that I execute every single day the way I want to execute it, you know, it's just, that's what keeps me up. You know, I know when I rest my head at night, there's nothing more I could have done to be better on that day. Question 2, what is your go-to recovery method? For me, I believe deep tissue massages are the best. And I do like the Gratson. You know, for a while, I was having some major knee pain on my right knee. And the massage therapist that I use now has really, you know, broken up my legs to where, like, my leg workouts have been the best that they've ever had recently, which is really good for me. And I believe you'll see that come the Arnold and the Olympia for sure. Not that they were small in New York, but I do think they were just a little downsized. So, you know, I think in the Olympia and of course the Arnold, you guys will see that, you know, due to me being able to train legs the way I want to train them, they have definitely come up quite a bit. Question 3, do a leg workout with Tom Platz or a back workout with Dorian Yates? It's a tough one because they're both going to be brutal. I'm huge fans of both, but I am going to pick a back workout with Dorian Yates. I'm just, you know, outside of Jay Cutler, I was a huge fan of Dorian Yates as well. I just love his mentality. I loved, you know, the way he would just come out of the woodworks and shock the world and then completely disappear from the world and then come back and shock the world again. You know, obviously, you know, in today's world, you can't do that. But I always just thought that was epic. His training videos were epic. And I just think Dorian Yates as a person is awesome. So I would definitely pick Dorian Yates to get a back workout from for sure. Question 4, what pushed you to become who you are? That's a good question. You know, I think this all stems back from, you know, me being a child, from when, you know, I was molested as a child. I grew up, you know, very, like a loner, pretty much. I didn't want to be around. I felt like I couldn't trust anyone because of what happened. You know, so I just felt like I was all I had. So I definitely isolated myself from everyone, friends, you know, even my family at some point, you know, and it didn't lead me to anywhere good. It definitely led me down to a dark path of a lot of drugs, a lot of alcohol. And I also, you know, I began to quickly realize, you know, if I keep going down this path, it's not going to end very pretty, you know. So that's kind of when I started to find lifting, and just training. And that was definitely more of an scapegoat for me than anything. And then when I graduated high school, I decided to do my first bodybuilding show, which, I didn't do good at all, but I just liked the whole process of it all. I liked what went into it. And at the end, when you're on stage and everyone's cheering for you, even though I looked, like shit at my first show, everyone was cheering. Everyone was just clapping. Everyone was going crazy. And it was the first time I felt proud of myself. It was the first time I felt like I accomplished something, even though I lost. And then, it's just something I wanted to keep doing, keep pursuing, because I knew I could get better. And, here we are today. And, what makes me who I am is knowing what I went through. And I want to be able to help people, push past their darkness, let them know that there are lights at the end of every dark tunnel. You just have to be able to find it. No one's going to find it for you. No one's going to, put the work in for you. If you want to change and be a better person, you have to be able to do it yourself 100%. So, yeah, that's what I would say to that. Question 5, what made you believe Matt was the perfect coach for you? Honestly, it's just, when I got with him in 2019, I just felt like, without really knowing who he was, I just had a gut feeling, like this is, he needs to be my coach. I just had a feeling he was going to be the right one for me. And, the closer we got, it all makes sense. He is literally the best coach I've ever had. He, outside of, coaching though, we are like best friends. We are family, I do look at him like a brother to me, and I think that stems into our coaching-client relationship, because, it makes me want to work twice as hard to become the best that I can be, and it makes him want to work twice as hard for me to be the best that I can be, because of the relationship we have outside of bodybuilding, And I look at his family like mine. His kids I love those kids. His wife, like, whatever they need, like, I will do anything for them. But he's very, as a coach, he's very in tune, pays attention to every detail. He always asks for feedback. I always give him my feedback, and we communicate on various levels. If I don't agree with something, we try to come to a middle ground, and vice versa. If he doesn't agree with something, we come to a middle ground. And I just think we have that best communication that has led to the success that we've had together already. And there's just way more success to come between us. And I told him, and, I meant it since I started with him. I will be his first open Mr. Olympia. I will give him the first Sandow. And I had another question, they said, well, why would you give him the first Sandow? Simply because I am the Mr. Olympia, and I want him to have that trophy, because without him, I wouldn't have gotten there, So I want him to hold on to that trophy, just I guess as more as appreciation, He deserves it. He deserves a lot, but he definitely deserves that. And I told him, I'm going to finish my pro career with him, and that's just how that's going to be, Last question, 6. This is a good one. What is the hardest part of bodybuilding that people really don't have a clue about? I'm going to go, and I'm sure a lot of people agree, I'm going to say the mental aspect of bodybuilding. If you can't keep it together mentally, oh, you can't. Done. That mentally will fuck you up way more than anything else. You will tap out mentally before you do physically, 100%. But they don't see what goes on as mentally, like, what goes on in your head, what do you think about, little things like that. And, it can really become an issue for a lot of people. As long as you're able to hold yourself together mentally, no matter what obstacles you face, you will be okay. And I truly believe that. So yeah, those were the 6 questions that I chose for this Q&A. I'll definitely do more next time. But I hope you guys did enjoy this. If you do, just comment below. You want me to do more, or you want to see more questions, longer questions. And again, guys, just make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell to be notified of my videos. And again, I appreciate all of you very much for all the love and the support. Till next time.